Hello, second graders. What I'd like to do today on this video is show you how we're going to do a Mother's Day card for Mom. So Sunday, the 10th back here is Mother's Day. That's Sunday. Okay. So I would have sent this home. Okay. It's kind of like a folder. It's really just a piece of construction paper folded in half. And what's inside is this kind of small goldish yellow sheet, okay? A plain white sheet, and some flowers, okay? That's what I sent home. You will also need scissors, glue stick, a pencil, and if you'd like, you can use crayons, markers, anything else. But we will need these things for sure. So the first thing we need to do, if you don't have those things, pause me and go get them. Okay. So the first thing we have our purple sheet. And we have the plain white sheet. So the purple sheet, think of it as like a book, right? You're going to open your book. I can open mine, right? That's what's inside. On the cover of our book, we want this plain white sheet. So we're going to just glue that onto the cover. That's the easy part. So I'm going to tilt the screen down here so you can see. All I'm doing is taking the white sheet and my glue stick, putting the glue on it, however you want to do it. Not too bad. Just go ahead and put it on there. Do it on. And you take the gold sheet. Make sure you put it on the, so it opens up on the cover. Okay. Put it on there nice, smash it down. Okay. So I have this and it's glued on the cover. And it's just like a book. Okay. Open it up. Okay. So we got that. Next, I'm going to set this aside. Grab the goldish yellowish piece of paper. If you ever traced your hand on something, that's what we're going to do. Except we're not going to trace it wide open. You're going to kind of close your fingers, but your thumb's still going to be out. So you're going to trace it like that. So I'll move this down. You can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to kind of open my thumb, have my thumb out. My hand's bigger than yours, so it's going to take up more space on the sheet. So I'm going to go around my thumb, and my fingers really are going to be pretty close together. So I don't know if you can see that, but my thumb is off to the side, but my fingers are pretty close together. I don't know if you can all see that. Hopefully you can see that. There's my thumb. Okay. Once you get that traced out, take the scissors and cut it out so you have a picture of your hand that looks like this. And your moms will especially like the fact that it's your hand print on there. So I'm just cutting out my hand, right? Just going to cut it out. And I hope you're all cutting it too. So again, it's not a big hand like this, it's more like this. So here's my hand. And this you can just throw away. Don't glue anything yet. So I'll give you a few more seconds to finish your cutting. And we're going to begin. If you're not ready, you can pause and then just come on back. So now we have this picture of these flowers. Picture of the flowers. I thought I had an extra one, but I don't. So what we need to do is cut out the flowers. But listen up. We're gonna cut it out. Has anybody ever played ping pong before? We almost want it to look like a racket. And I'll show you what I mean as I'm cutting along. Because along the top, we just need kind of a circle. Here, I'll show you. You don't have to cut out the flowers carefully along the top. You just need to cut it out carefully along the bottom. And I'm sorry, I had one ready, but I used it today. So I'm really careful along the bottom. So it kind of looks like a racket. Okay, you can have this white up here. This is all okay. You can have that, all that white. That's okay. You just don't want it all down here. Okay, so it's kind of like a racket. Okay, you're playing ping pong. Don't smash it though. So cut fairly carefully around the bottom part, and then around the top you can just go whomp. You just cut it in a circle. It doesn't. You don't have to trim along the outside of all the flowers, because guys, you're going to glue it on here anyway, so it doesn't matter. But you do want it. You want to make it like a balloon or a racket for ping pong. Okay, like a handle. Okay. So cut that bad boy out. I'll give you a few seconds or a minute or so to cut that out before we move on. Okay, so hopefully I'm not going too fast. Trying to give you some time to just cut. Mine's a little pointy right here. I'm just going to cut that off without cutting the leaf off. Don't want to cut the leaf off. I guess I cut it a little close. That's okay. Kind of like a racket. A little ping pong ball racket. Ping pong. Paddle, I guess it's called, not a racket, a paddle. Okay. If I'm going too fast, go ahead and pause me because I'm going to move on. Okay, so we cut this out. If you turn it over, there happens to be a pencil line along the bottom. Okay, there's a little line on there. I did that to everybody's. What we want to do is take our glue stick and glue everywhere above the line, but not below the line. Do it up here, not down here. Keep it above the line. So I'm going to arch this down so you can see what I'm doing. And I don't want to go below the line, stay above the line. I'll kind of glue all over above the line. Okay, so I glued up here, but not down here. So I'll bring it back up. Bring it on back to Burgerville. So you put the glue up here, not down below this line, up here. So we should have probably all have done that. Then we take our card. Make sure we put it on the card correctly. Don't put it this way. Do it so it still opens up like a book, right? And we attach the glued flower to the card. But now remember, we didn't put glue on here. So this is kind of loose right here. This is not glued on. This part is not glued on. See that? That's not glued on. Because we didn't put glue on the lower part. Just the top part. So now we have this beautiful flower on the front of our card. And it's glued on now. See? It's glued on. Right? This is all glued on now. except for this bottom part, except for this. Okay, this is not on there. It's not glued on right here. Next, we take our handy dandy hand. This is the fun part. Take our hand, and then we grab another card for demonstration purposes. This is how it's going to look at the end, okay? Notice the thumb goes over that. So what we need to do is take our hand and slide it in like this. So we slide our hand underneath this flap, right? We have this flap right here. Our hand goes under the flap. And if your hand sticks out below the purple, that's okay. Just so the hand is like that. Okay, so the flower is over our hand. And then our thumb sticking up. All I'm going to do is take my thumb and fold it down. Fold it down like this. Oops. There we go. Now it looks like the thumb is holding the flower. And you can do it however you need to do here. And if your hand sticks out beyond the card, that's okay. You have smaller hands than me, so yours probably isn't doing that. So it looks like the hand is holding the flower. You see that? Takes a little practice. It might take a little practice to get it just right so the hand is holding the flower. Now it's not glued in, as you see, not yet. But now that we know where it's going to go, now that we know the hand is going to go like that, we can put some glue on the back side of our hand and glue it onto the paper. Glue it onto the front of the card. But don't get your thumb yet. Just the hand. So I put some glue on here. The hand is going behind the flower. Okay. So now my hand is stuck on behind the flower. And then I fold the thumb over. So I want to put some on the part of the thumb that's going to stick. And fold it over. And now the thumb is stuck to the card. So now we have your hand holding a bouquet of flowers to give to Mom for Mother's Day on the cover of our card. So after you have that part done, we want to open up the card. Open up the card and write Happy Mother's Day and then love and then put your name. Or you can say you are the best mom on the planet. Or you can say whatever you would like. But I'm putting Happy Mother's Day so you can see how to spell it. Notice I use an exclamation point. Happy Mother's Day. And then I put love, and then you can put your name after that. Right? Love, Nolan. Okay, love, Jace. Love, McKenna. You can put whatever you want on there. Okay. And then if you want to draw on here, you can draw pictures. You can do whatever you want on here. You can do it over here. Draw whatever you want on your card for Mom. And then on Sunday, on Sunday you can give it to her. She would love it. She would also love it that this is your hand on the card. That's your hand. And you're giving her some flowers. So that's it. I'll hold this up again so you can see how to spell Happy Mother's Day again. If I can get it open. Happy Mother's Day. And if you want to go back, you can go back and pause it, right? Give that to Mom for Mother's Day. I think she will love it. So, Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, all the moms out there. Thank you for working with your kids and getting your work into me. And dads, too. But it is Mother's Day. So, Happy Mother's Day. And have a good weekend.